let's be honest, most doubles practice is not enjoyable. Going around the board, hitting the same doubles, missing the same doubles, moving on. It doesn't feel like a leg, doesn't feel realistic, and most of us just don't stick at it. And then people wonder why the doubles practice doesn't show up in a match. This video is about how I practice doubles before a match and how it can translate into a game situation. It feels like I'm finishing a leg and not just ticking boxes going, I've done doubles, I'm off. So why does most doubles practice just fall apart? Going around the board, hitting each number, either in this order or numerical order, there's nothing wrong with it. But it's got some limits to it. There's no pressure and there's no decision making, and ultimately there's no consequence for missing. And do you know what? For beginners and improvers, like we all are, it can be really, really demoralising. It really can be. I mean, when I was first starting out, that's what I was doing. Doubles practice. I had a spreadsheet on my laptop and all sorts. It'd take me 45 minutes, an hour, just to hit the outer ring once. One number all the way around. It could take me forever. And at that point, when you're at number 12 and you've been at it for 45, 50 minutes, it just doesn't feel like practice anymore. Do you know what it feels like? It feels like bloody punishment. Let's be having it right. Practice that you don't want to do, just guess what? Doesn't help. What does real doubles practice really actually ask of you? And me, us. In a real leg, in a real match, doubles are not isolated unless you're stuck on this sausage for $45. We've all been there. You're getting there normally to arrive at a finish. You're actually adjusting after a miss, inside, outside, up or down. You're actually then working out and working with what is left to finish on. You're not just trying to hit a double, you're trying to finish and win. Doubles, they're part of finishing. It's not a separate skill. Now, why is what I'm going to talk to you about different than 1-2-1? Because if you played 1-2-1, this is slightly different. 1-2-1 is fantastic. It teaches you a structure. It's helping you learn routes and discipline. So for that, big tick. But this game that I play, it teaches also adaptation. It's not always the same number you're finishing on. It's not always 1-2-1. Or they're 1-2-1, 2, 3, 4, etc. It's completely random every single time. Because 1-2-1 is about executing a plan. This that I'm going to speak to you about now is about solving problems that come up in front of you all the time. Solving those problems as they appear. This is why I use a game called Checkout Streak. Now, just to be very clear, I use it on my Scolia system, nearly said Omni then, but you can do it on a piece of paper with a pen. The fundamentals are, you get a number to check out, and you get a certain amount of darts to check that number out. So, for example, 63, and you've got 15 darts on easy mode to get rid of it. On a harder mode, you might have 141 to finish with 9 darts. Completely random. Every time you finish checkout, the number changes and it's super random. Difficulty goes up. But if you want to stay at 15 darts, cool. 12 darts, cool. 9 darts, cool. Completely up to you. It's your practice routine and your drills that you're doing, but it's just random. The rules are pretty simple. You either finish it or you don't. So as you go on it, the difficulty gets progressively harder. What it does really well is turn doubles practice into a more of a thinking game. I'm going to give you all a Brucey bonus point if you can tell me what darts I'm using in the demo that we're about to play now. Let's get to it. I'm going to play with a Scolia. However, you can play it with a pen and paper. This is just on my quick practice on Scolia. As you see, it's put me here now with the number 68. Not trying to be perfect, but on the easy mode, I've got 5 visits. But what I like to try and do is put myself in a match situation, because you're never guaranteed 15 darts to finish when you're on a 68. Now, That's giving me a pretty risky one. Treble 20, double 4. I don't quite like that. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to go down the 16s route, I think, on this one. Oh, now I've left myself a tricky double 9. You see, you put yourself in a situation where you think you know better, but the chance of me hitting a treble 20 straight off the bat is not so easy. But as you see now, I've got 18 left. I've got 4 visits to finish that off. I needed 1 dart, didn't we? So there we go. I checked it out in 4 darts out of the 15, so that's pretty good. I'll take the dart out, and you'll see it'll move from 68 to another random number. My streak is 1 for the day because I've just finished that. But I'll show you on the medium setting, so if you go down to 12 darts. So there you go, wanting me to go to a different number. So now I've moved to medium. So now I've got 12 darts, but it's pushed me right up to 137. Really putting you in a match situation, this. So now I've got to think, I've got 3 visits, so 9 darts to get rid of 92. Same treble 20, double 16. It's not a bad route, it's quite safe if I can hit that treble 20. There we go. Oh. Snatch them last 2 at double. So now I've got myself 2 visits to hit, well, finish at 32. Oh, wow. And there we go. Finish that in 8 darts, so that's not bad going. I'll try a hard level and let's see what happens there. Okay, I've got 9 darts to finish 134. You see how easy this could be on a piece of paper, just writing loads of random checkouts down, and you can do it in 15, 12, 9, or if you're a complete noob, just say you got 20 darts to finish it. But this puts you more of a match situation than going round the board or Bob's 27 or even 121. It's completely different. So now I've got 6 darts to finish this. Woo! Oh dear, that was wild. That's a bit better. So now this is where this can come in handy. 69, so that's treble 15. I'm not super comfortable on that side of the board. Should I give it a go? I don't know. Or do I go for 33, treble 11 to leave double 16? I'm going to try that one. Oh. Right, treble 17. 07, sorry. Oh my word, that was awful. Maybe I should have gone the route it told me. So the pressure's on now, and this is why it feels like a match, because I've got 1 visit to knock out 32. Done it. Woo! 1 take. And that's why it puts you in a match situation, and it feels much more pressurized, especially when you're doing it on a camera. I will take that. Finishing 3 checkouts within the allotted darts in 1 take. Oh, thank you. I mean, it's probably the first time it's ever happened. Like, if you see the amount of editing that goes on in some of these videos, you would be shocked. Like, as in how many takes it normally takes to get it right. That was 1 time take. I'm buzzing about it. Now, the reason why I think that game works better than you round the clock, Bob's 27 and 121, even though I'm a big advocate of 121, is this. Simply, it's asking more of you. It's keeping you engaged. It's introducing pressure, like in a match situation, and it forces you to make decisions. Good practice keeps you interested long enough for it to actually matter. So how do I use this, and where do I use this in my kind of weekly schedules and practice routines and warm-ups, etc.? As soon as I turn my Scolia on, the first thing I do is have 1 or 2 rounds of checkout streak. I do it every time. before I even get to my other warm-up, just because it just gets me used to throwing at the board. Then once I've done that and my arm's loosened up, I've talked about it plenty of times before, get the arm loose, then I move on to other drills and other practice routines. You can also do this just before a league game, either online or down the pub. Just have 2 or 3 rounds at it, and guess what? It's getting you in that zone already of finishing something off, finishing that match or going into that match, finishing something off positively. Because in essence, it's a little bit like 1-2-1, but a shorter version if you want it to be. Fewer darts and lower stakes. It wakes up your finishing without draining your confidence. And warming up using this game, thinking, not chasing results. So look, this is definitely not the only way to practice doubles. And it's also not a magic fix. It's just a way of making practice more realistic, more enjoyable, and more engaging. As I said at the beginning of the video, practice should challenge you, not punish you. Your opponent can do that for you. Look, some of us skip doubles practice altogether and we just think, well, I'll just crack on when I get to the board in my match. But look, it's unavoidable sometimes. You want to get better at it, you've got to practice it, but you've got to practice it in a way that you feel is going to benefit you. This benefited me massively. Give it a try. If you haven't got a Scolia or an Omni, I think it's on there. Get a pen and paper, have a go. Why not? Something different to add to your armoury. You might enjoy it a little bit more. You might hate it. Let me know in the comments. I hope this video has helped you and see there is a different way rather than being stuck somewhere and not knowing how to get out of that pattern of just going around the board. There is other games to play. If it has helped you, don't forget to like and subscribe to the video. It really helps people on their journey because they get to see this video. The more people that see it, hopefully we can help them improve their game too. As always, thank you very, very much for watching. Please do let me know in the comments if you've played this game. If you give it a go, let me know how you get on. And if not, what do you do to practice your doubles? I'd be really interested to know that too. Until the next time, thank you very much for watching. See you later.